3 smoked shanks, and some bay leaves. I'm going to allow this to boil for a while, then I will drain the water, pour fresh water, and we'll continue with cooking. Beans is boiling, and now I'm going to drain all this water and pour fresh water and get it back on the stove. And we are back on the stove with about 2 inches of water above the beans. Now I'm just going to let them sit on the stove for probably another 20 minutes. Allow these beans to cook thoroughly, and as they cook they will release the starch and they will make this broth nice and creamy. And once that happens, I will show you how to finish up this monster soup. 20 minutes into cooking and we are looking good. Now it's time to add about 5 sun-dried red peppers. Frozen sun-dried red peppers I had left over from stuffing them the other day, so they will add flavor and color to our soup. I'll let the peppers cook for another 10 minutes. For zaprushka, we're going to start with a cup of olive oil. Heated olive oil, we're going to add 1 medium chopped onion. Onions are cooking, and now the peppers had a chance to cook for about 5 minutes. I'm going to add 1 cup of tomato sauce. Back to cooking with soup, and now the tomatoes in. We're going to move back to the onions, and onions are halfway cooked. To that, I'm going to add 1.5 cups of carrots. Now, a great thing would be to add some celery as well. I usually do, but today I don't have it, and it's not a must to have, but if you have a celery in the kitchen, I would suggest adding about a couple of sticks of celery finely chopped. Make sure onions are really well cooked before you add about a teaspoon of Hungarian paprika. And I'm using lately a lot of smoked Hungarian paprika, which adds just a little more flavor to my dishes. Let the paprika fry just a little bit, and now we're going to throw some fresh garlic as well. Let that fry for about 30 seconds, and then we will combine it all together with our soup. I have about 6 cloves of fresh garlic here. We will allow garlic and paprika to just enough time to release the flavors, and now we're going to combine it all with our soup. I love the beautiful smell of this dish. See? Soup looks nice and hearty. I'm going to add some salt, black pepper, and a touch of oregano, and I'm going to let it cook for maybe another 15 minutes or so, and then I think we're done. 1 teaspoon of black pepper and only 1 teaspoon of salt, since smoked shanks had some salt in them, so we don't need a whole lot of salt. Alright, so altogether the beans took about an hour and 45 minutes to cook. So depending on the year of the harvest for your beans, sometimes this process might take less or more, but in any case what you're looking for is the bean is very soft when you touch it. It's nice and soft, and the majority of the beans have released its content and have turned out into this thick and starchy broth. So now that we're done, I'm going to just put a little bit of oregano on the top, maybe about a half a teaspoon, and let it cook for another minute, and then I will turn off the stove and let the soup sit for a few minutes before we serve it. There's oregano, and I think I might add about an additional cup of water since the soup looks really thick. And regarding the water, I think what you should do is to remain about a 2 inch of fluids above the beans throughout the cooking. And once you're done, it's up to you, because the beans will thicken up even more so once they sit. So I will go ahead and add another cup to dilute them a little bit, and have the water boil for probably a minute or 2, and then I will turn off the stove. This should finish it. Alright. As I said, I do want to bring soup back to the boiling point. Let it boil for another minute, and then I can turn it off and let it sit. I hope this was easy. Soup is delicious, and the best part about it is the kids love it. And it's amazing how just changing the name of ordinary soup into the monster bean soup can make such a big difference in a kid's mind. So here it is, and I hope that you too will enjoy it with your family. Bye!